The black man and the black woman are the Hebrews mentioned in Scripture, and they do not have a Bible. They have ancient manuscripts set in a scroll format, not a codex or book format. The scriptures of the black man and the black woman were stolen by the Caucasian, and they were given the Bible. The Caucasian also stole the identity of the black man and the black woman. Instead of 12 black Hebrew tribes, there are now 13 European colonies, invented by the European in the 1800s. The 13 European colonies come from British Israel, and it is the European's way of justifying his theft of stealing land already inhabited by black people, land that we today call America. Within British Israel is the belief that America is the Holy Land, that it is the place where Jerusalem is located. This idea is associated mainly with Mormon theology and with American Christian nationalist movements, and they developed within predominantly white Protestant circles, and they are tied to interpretations of Scripture that were made to emphasize America's special role in God's plan. Joseph Smith, the founder of Mormonism, popularized the belief that America is the Holy Land. Joseph Smith believed in British Israel, and this is evident in his teachings. His teachings shared the core premise that Anglo-Saxon and European peoples carried the literal bloodline of the lost tribes of Israel. This belief that America is the Holy Land has been filtered into some black churches. There are some Hebrew Israelites that believe America is the Holy Land. All Hebrew Israelites do not share this belief, but there are just a few Hebrew Israelites that hold to Mormon theology, claiming that America is the Holy Land. Is America really the Holy Land? Let's take a look.
This is it. This is America is not the Holy Land.
America is the Holy Land. There are many unrefutable evidence that America is the real Holy Land.
There's also many more biblically named locations throughout
A ton
Utah.
of people talking about how the American Southwest is the real Holy Land, and why so many of the original names of cities in the Southwest and America at large are actually You're going to see more and more evidence that supports the idea that the Southwest of America is in fact the original Holy Land, and America itself.
America is the true promised land. And you know there's a spell cast when people can't see what's right in front of them.
Novus Ordo Seclorum.
America is not the Holy Land. There are some people that believe America is the Holy Land, and this belief, it originated in British-Israelism. This belief, it was filtered down to the so-called Puritans, and it made its way to the Mormons. This belief, it continued to spread, and it reached black churches. And today, there are some black Hebrew Israelites that believe in the doctrine of Mormonism and British-Israelism that America is the Holy Land. The Hebrew Israelite group, called One Nation, One Power, they adhere to the belief that America is the Holy Land. These groups, they say the New Jerusalem, it is located in Independence, Missouri, in Jackson County. But the location of the New Jerusalem, it has changed. It has changed from the Temple Lot to Salt Lake City, Utah. Then it changed to the entire American continent. And some of the Bible verses used to support this belief that America is the Holy Land, they are Genesis chapter 49, verses 22 to 26, Isaiah chapter 18, verses 1 to 3, Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2, and Revelations chapter 21, verses 1 and 2. These verses, they are reinterpreted to fit the idea that America is the Holy Land. Joseph Smith, he arranged these passages into a single narrative, and his narrative and interpretations, they are purely assumptions that redefine the passages to make them fit the ideology that the Anglo-Saxon is the 10 lost tribes of Israel, and this is called British-Israelism. The scriptures used by the Mormons, these scriptures, they do not give a description of the land inheritance of each tribe of Israel. Proponents of the belief that America is the Holy Land, they never look at the land allotment given to each Hebrew tribe. Instead, they select scriptures that seem vague and can apply to anything. Some proponents of British-Israelism, they make their appeal to books such as Britain, the Key to the World History. This book, it is a work of alternative history and pseudo-history. Rather than a standard historical account, the book is famous for presenting highly eccentric, speculative theories about geography and ancient events. The author, he claims that Jerusalem was actually located in Britain. Some proponents of the idea that America is the Holy Land, they also appeal to Homer's Odyssey, America's discovery by the ancient Greeks. This book, it was not written by Homer, and it is a speculative reinterpretation of Greek mythology, and it claims that the Greeks, they made contact with the Americas, but this is not supported by historical evidence. Proponents of the ideology, America is the Holy Land, they also appeal to the book titled The History of American Indians by James Adair. The author, he does not claim that America is literally the Holy Land. Instead, his primary argument is that the American Indians are the literal descendants of the Israelites. Another book that is used to support the idea that America is the Holy Land, it is the book titled The Kingdom of Science. In this book, the author, Paul Olson, he claims America is the new Atlantis, but he never claims that America is the Holy Land. Thus, those that adhere to the teachings of Mormons and British-Israelism, they tend to reinterpret Paul Olson's words to make them fit the doctrine that America is the Holy Land. The inheritance of Shem and the allotment of land to the 12 tribes. The inheritance of Shem after the flood and the allotment of land to the 12 tribes. It shows the true location of each tribe as being in Africa, in Namibia. The books of Jubilees, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and Joshua. After the flood, Noah and his 3 sons, they divided up the land of Africa for an inheritance for Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The promised land, it is in the inheritance of Shem. In Jubilees, chapter 8, verses 12 to 17, this passage, it describes the inheritance of Shem. It reads, "And there came forth on the writings as Shem's lot, the middle of the earth." The phrase middle of the earth, this word middle, it does not carry the English meaning nor definition of middle. The Hebrew word for the phrase middle of the earth, it is Tabora Aretz. Tabora Aretz. And it translates to the navel of the earth, or the center of the land. And again, it does not carry the English meaning and definition of the word middle. The Hebrew word tabor, it literally means belly button. The phrase, it appears twice in Scripture, in Judges and in Ezekiel. The phrase middle of the earth, Tabora Aretz, this refers specifically to the Garden of Eden, Mount Sinai, and Mount Zion. Jubilees, chapter 8, verse 19. This passage, it gives us the meaning of the phrase middle of the earth. Verse 19 says, "And he knew that the Garden of Eden is the Holy of Holies, and the dwelling of the Lord, and Mount Sinai, the center of the desert, and Mount Zion, the center of the navel of the earth." And this is the middle of the earth, the Tabora Aretz. These 3 were created as holy places facing each other. So verse 19, it gives us the meaning of the phrase middle of the earth. And this means Israel and Jerusalem, they were designated as spiritual and physical centers of the world. Which he should take as an inheritance for himself and for his sons, for the generations of eternity. From the middle of the mountain range of Rapha, from the mouth of the water, from the river Tina, and his portion, it goes towards the west, through the midst of this river, and it extends till it reaches the water of the abyss, out of which this river goes forth, and pour its water into the sea Mayat. And this river flows into the great sea, and all that is towards the north is Japheth, and all that is towards the south belongs to Shem. And it extends till it reaches Carousel. This is in the bosom of the tongue which looks towards the south. And his portion extends along the great sea, and it extends in a straight line till it reaches the west of the tongue, which looks towards the south. For this sea is named the tongue of the Egyptian sea. And it turns from here towards the south, towards the mouth of the great sea, on the shore of its waters, and it extends to the west to Aphra. And it extends till it reaches the waters of the river Gihon, and to the south of the waters of Gihon, to the banks of this river. And it extends towards the east, till it reaches the Garden of Eden, to the south thereof. And from the east of the whole land of Eden, and of the whole east, it turns to the east, and proceeds till it reaches the east of the mountain named Rapha, and it descends to the bank of the mouth of the river Tina. Jubilees lets us know that Shem's inheritance, it is in Africa, in Namibia. It is true that the tribe of Judah is in America, but these are the people of the tribe of Judah. Judah is scattered into all countries. But the land of Judah, this land, it is not located in America. Proponents of the belief that America is the Holy Land, they never look at the borders of Shem's inheritance of land. Those that believe America is the Holy Land, they must show the borders of Shem's land. These are the various landmarks that define and shape the borders of each tribe. Of the tribe of Judah, Ephraim, and Manasseh. The tribe of Manasseh, it was divided in half, and there was a West Manasseh and an East Manasseh. Proponents of British-Israelism and of the idea that America is the Holy Land, they must show, without a doubt, that each of these borders and each of these landmarks, these mountains, rivers, and various cities, they must show the location of all of these within the land of America.
Now that we have looked at Shem's inheritance of land, and looked at the borders of Shem's land, and the borders of the tribes of Judah, Manasseh, and Ephraim, it is very clear that America is not the Holy Land. It is very important to know the location of Shem's inheritance of land, because the Promised Land is located within Shem's inheritance, and Shem's inheritance is not located in America, it is located in Namibia in Africa.